These Shaolin disciples are practicing the incense ceremony, but the incense box is locked inside an iron chest. To open it, they have to break through the iron door with their bare hands. This is the first test at the Shaolin Temple. When the imposter saw this, he freaked out. He tried over and over again, but still couldn't get the door open. He claimed the door wouldn't budge. Maybe it was broken, hoping this excuse would let him off the hook. Just then, a monk nearby stepped forward, took his hand, and opened the door for him. The monk realized this disciple was a fake, but still allowed him to move on to the next challenge. In the next test, they measured agility and balance in footwork. If anyone messed up, they'd trigger a trap. One disciple tried walking on the wall and set off a trap. Many imposters got eliminated, but this guy came up with an excuse. He said he was from another temple and was learning close quarters footwork. He stuck close behind a monk and made it through the second test. However, the monk accompanying him didn't stop him, because he wanted this guy to truly experience what real Shaolin Kung Fu was all about. Now, the third test required punching through an iron door with bare fists. All the disciples easily broke through, but the imposter's fists couldn't open it. He said, "Let the others go first." After one disciple slipped, he went inside. But what he saw made his eyes go wide. Some disciples were practicing forms, while others were training on wooden posts. Then his eyes fell on a narrow path on the ground covered with nails. All the disciples were stepping carefully, while a monk was throwing bricks. He tried to copy them but slipped, knocking everyone down. Dirty water splashed all over him, and everyone laughed. At that moment, the abbot arrived. The man immediately dropped to his knees, saying, "Please take me as your disciple." The abbot said, "All right, there's one simple test left. Wash your hair properly, and then you can become a true Shaolin disciple." But he had no water to wash his hair. There was a well nearby with only 2 stones. He tied a rope to one stone, then lowered it into the well, splashing water onto his hair. However, the water spilled out, getting his face dirty too. Still, he didn't give up. After a month of practice, he learned a special technique for washing his hair with water. Now he could wash his hair while standing, and even wash it upside down. The next day, he went to report to the abbot. Suddenly, the abbot grabbed his hair hard. After a month of practice, his hands had become so strong that he could easily block the monk's move. Then the abbot smiled. This was the real test, but he thought he'd made a mistake. The abbot grabbed his cheek, yanking off his wig. Now he was scared, worried he'd be kicked out of the temple.